guys, today I'm going to show you what you need to get started with acrylics. This is Allison Pryor, and I have all the things that you need to get started. If you're just new, brand new, some people email me and say, I don't know what I need to get. What kind of brushes do I need? What size brushes do I need to start painting? What materials do I need? So I'm just going to show you the things that I use, and you can certainly pick up extra things that you need. But what I do is I go out and buy different size brushes and different types. And but the main ones that I like are fan brushes. Are nice to have. I have 3 different sizes here. It's nice to have fan brushes. See? So just nice. This is a nice a synthetic fan brush, and it's probably a size 10. Some of them have different sizes, but then they still might be, just make sure it's small, medium, or large. And this one is a bristle fan brush. So bristle and sable or synthetic are nice. It's also nice to have these really nice liner brushes, little tiny ones, little tiny taps, so that you can paint little tiny details like over here. You know, little tiny details and flowers. And so that's the brushes. There we go, so you can see them. And these are synthetic, or they could be camel here, or as long as your brush bounces back, make sure it bounces back, because if your brushes don't bounce back, they're good for watercolor. They're not good for acrylics. I like also to have a nice filbert brush. Filbert brushes are nice for clouds. Nice clouds and nice water lines. Filbert brushes, as you can see, they're rounded on the top here. And you can also get those in different sizes. Get them in sable. You can get them in bristle. And you only need 2 or 3 of each brush, because I know a lot of people don't know how many brushes to get, not sure how many to get or what sizes to get. Just make sure they're small, medium, large. And liner brushes, fan brushes, bristle brushes, and sable synthetic brushes. That's bristle. See how it springs back? See? Just springs right back. All of these brushes spring back. You gotta have that spring in order to work with acrylics, okay? That's just a flat sable brush. So you get those in different sizes. And an angular brush is nice to have if you're doing flowers. See, it springs back. It's an angular brush. And you can also have a bigger brush for your bigger canvases, which is a nice, that's a 2-inch, I believe. Yes, 2-inch bristle brush. It's nice to have for pushing on some nice flowers or grass. Let's see what else I have here. I have a 1/2 inch, 1-inch. There's a 1-inch bristle brush. So as you can see, I have small, medium, and large brushes, and only one or 2 of each. There's no need to go out and run out and spend hundreds of dollars on brushes. Just pick up the ones that you need the most. And also it's nice to have some palette knives. Palette knives are nice to have, different types, plastic or metal ones, this kind of shape. And my favorite is this shape here, because I find it easier to work with if you want to do anything to do with your water lines, rocks, anything at all that you want to put on there, grass. So another thing, of course, you would need are paints. And what I do is I get bottle paints. I find that they work good for me. I just get the 3 main colors, the primary colors of red, yellow, and blue. Red, yellow, and blue. And then I'll probably get, you may need 2 or 3 of each. Either same colors or different shades. And I get green. I like green. You can make your own green, and you can make your own brown out of the 3 primary colors. And black and white, of course. Black and white to lighten and darken your colors. So really, if you only had red, yellow, and blue paint, and that's all you had, and black and white, then you can make all your browns and greens and purples and oranges out of those 3 colors. And I have a video on color mixing, and I'm going to do another video on how to use your brushes and how to clean your brushes and different little things like that to help you get started. So now you have your paints. So once you get your paints, now like I say, there's no need to, when you're just first starting out, there's no need to go out and run out and spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars in paints. You can buy the bottle paints, and your craft stores and anybody that sells paints. And you can also buy these little tube paints, little tubes. These are all little tube paints. These are not bad. They're nice, but they don't last very long. They're very tiny. And you get the bigger paints with the cad yellow and cad reds in them, which are a little more expensive, but they are very nice to use. Cad red, cad yellow, and Mars black. These are the colors that most artists use. Burnt umber. But like I said, if you only have green, there's no need to run out and get sap green unless you want to. But if you don't have it, just use whatever greens you got. And sap green. And let's see. Yeah, and we have yellow ochre. So different colors like that. And ultramarine blue is another nice one. So that's that. I'm messy. I like being messy. That's what I love about painting. Messy, messy, messy. See? Messy, messy, messy. So here are a few more things that I gather up and use. And then I have my palette to hold my paints. I put my paints on my palette. A plate. It can be plastic. It can be, this is just sort of a paper plate, but it's nice and stiff. And it's good for the environment. And also, so that's your palette for your paints. And you also could have some chalk. Chalk is great for drawing. If you're drawing flowers or you want to paint flowers, you need chalk. Chalk is good. I got 3 different colors. You can have, whatever colors you want. Chalk is great because you can, if you need to change it, all you got to do is wipe it off with a damp brush. I have a ruler in case I need to make some straight lines. I have a misting bottle that mists. See? So I just use that to keep my acrylics from drying out too fast. You can also use some blending gels, a blending gel, or a floating medium. I don't use them a big lot because I find that they thin out my paints, and I kind of like my paints nice and thick. I also have, of course, something to hold your water and your brushes. So you put water in your container and you put your brushes in there. I'll do another video on how to look after your brushes. You need a sharpener if you're going to use a pencil. You have a pencil, and you can have a pen in case you have to do any kind of drawings. I also have sponges. You can buy these sponges, sea sponges, or you can just buy, regular house sponge. These are great for foliage. Just tapping on some foliage. Sponges. Something round, so that in case you want to make a big moon or something, just find something that's nice and round. And some green tape, which is painter's tape, which is great for taping off your horizon so that you can work on one section at a time. Painter's tape. I also like to use toothpicks. Toothpicks are great for stars in the sky, or maybe a little white in the eye, or maybe just for trying to poke a hole in your paint because it dries out and you need to get the paint out. And I also like Mod Podge. I don't use it a big lot, but it's nice to have it if you want to put it on your paintings to bring them out nice and shiny. I also like to have paper towels. You need paper towels to dry off and tap off your excess water off your brushes. Paper towels, good. And I like to have different size canvases to paint on. So what I have here is a 16 by 20. This is a 16 by 20, so you can have it this way if you're painting a landscape this way, or you can have a portrait, which is this way. So that's a nice big canvas, as you can see. You can also have different size canvases, maybe one of these wraparound canvases. They wrap around, you see the wood back here, and it's a canvas wrapped around wood. You buy them in the craft stores, and these are great. You don't need to frame them, you just hang them up on the wall. So these are really nice. That's an 8 by 10. So I have different size canvases to paint on. And you can, if you don't have any canvases, or you don't have a big load of money for all this stuff, don't just go buy the simplest things that you can get. Like all you need is red, yellow, blue, and black and white paint for the bare minimum. Just getting started too. You don't want to spend a lot of money and then not use it. That's just cardboard, so you can just use cardboard to paint on. You can use watercolor paper, just watercolor paper, cardboard, and you can also get some paper to practice on. If you want to use probably some whatever paper, you just get some paper to practice on, so that before you go on your actual painting. And you can also I'll put this back up here because I don't want you looking at just a white space. And then you can get some carbon paper to make your transfers. So you transfer, say you're doing a sketch. Say I'm going to do my cat. This is my cat, okay? That's my cat. So you need a picture of your cat or a flower, or whatever you're going to do. And then you want to transfer that cat to your canvas to paint. So you put the carbon paper behind it. Carbon paper. You tape that on, put the carbon paper behind, and then you trace that cat onto your canvas. So you need carbon paper, that helps. You don't have to have this stuff, but what you think you might need. These are some of the things that you might want to get down the road. Now, you can build this up over the years. You don't have to get it all tomorrow. So that's about it. There's a lot of things that you might want to get, you know. You can probably get some hand wipes. You know, you might want to get some hand wipes to wipe your hands when your hands get all dirty, so you will be able to wash your hands right on the spot. They're all wet, and then it cleans your hands off. These are great. I like this when you get the hand wipes and they're already wet, so you get your hands nice and clean. Good. And I think that's about, and definitely you would probably like to have an easel. Easels are nice to work on if you're sitting at your table, so just an easel. Mine's getting pretty worn out there. An easel's nice to have. Like I said, you don't have to go out and buy it all tomorrow. And I'm going to, do another... I'll do another video on how to look after your brushes and all that good stuff. And if you have any questions, let me know. And if you want to, if you have a picture that you took yourself and you want me to paint it on video for you, you can email it to me at AllisonPryor@yahoo.com. It has to be your own original, and you have to give me permission to paint it or draw it for copyright reasons. So you have to give me permission, and you have to give me one that's your own original. And I'll have a look around. I got lots of originals that I can I can show you, and then we can do some more paintings. But if you have any requests or any questions, you can contact me or leave a question in the comments section. And that's about it. And if you like these videos, you can subscribe and give us a like and all that good stuff. And I'll be seeing you in the next video.